Hello, church. Good to see you here today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about a new experience for me. I started meeting with the nominating committee, and really this is my first time that I've been a part of a nominating committee. And it has been amazingly fun so far, just to figure out what we're doing and where we're headed with this. And as we were studying the scriptures and thinking about leadership, there were a couple of things that stuck out to me. In 1 Timothy 3, verse 1, it says this: "This is a trustworthy saying. If someone aspires to be a church leader, they desire an honorable position." Well, that's pretty cool, an honorable position. And as you walk through the qualifications of an elder in Timothy and Titus, you can see that what Paul is calling for is someone who loves Jesus with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength. And really, that's what the call for our leaders are. That's what we're looking for to put on our board, are people who love Jesus deeply and are committed to hearing his voice and obeying. And that's the thing that they love to do most in this world. Now, there's also another qualification that marks a church leader as different from other leaders in our world. And Jesus speaks about this in Matthew chapter 20. In verse 25, he says, "You know that the rulers in this world lord it over people, and officials flaunt their authority over those under them." We see that in our society today. But Jesus says, among you it will be different. It's not going to be the same. Whoever wants to be a leader among you must be your servant. And whoever wants to be first among you must be your slave. For even the Son of Man, Jesus says, came not to be served, but to serve others and to give his life as a ransom for many. If you seek to be a church leader, your call is to love Jesus with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love him with everything you've got. And also, like him, to be a servant. We want leaders who serve. We want leaders who consider others better than themselves. We want leaders who do not lord it over others. We want leaders who submit to each other in love. That's what our Savior did, and that's what we want to do for others. That's what our call is as Christ followers. And I can proudly tell you that I serve on a board with other people who characterize this call. I proudly serve on a staff team with others that characterize this. Now, we have a few people that are finishing their terms on the board this season, and we are going to be looking for a few good servants to replace them. Will you pray that we find the right people who love the Lord their God with their heart deeply, and those who are willing to serve wholeheartedly? Maybe you're one of those people. Why don't you stop right now and pray for this search process? Now, after you've prayed, I want to just say, speaking of staff members who love the Lord their God with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength, we have a melancholy announcement right now about one of our great servant staff members. And I'm going to pass it over to my friend Myron Krause to announce this.
Thanks, Geoff. Hey, church, I need to let you know that Pam Ukrainitz informed me that she has decided to resign from her position as Director of Care Ministries effective March 31st. Many of you have gotten to know Pam during the 5 years that she has served on our staff, where she coordinated the visitation team, support groups, and follow-up care. And I know that, as she served, we all have been blessed by her gentle and compassionate spirit that comes through in one-on-one conversations with her, as well as when she facilitates groups and helps lead worship services. As Pam and I talked about her decision, she shared that she senses our church is entering a new stage in its development, and she feels like this is the right time to step away from her staff role and to explore what God has next for her life. And I just want to say that I deeply value Pam's contribution to our church, not only as a staff member, but also as someone who calls E-Free home. And my commitment is to work closely with Pam and her team to help them transition well and to ensure that good ministry that she is leading goes forward. So church, let's be thanking God for Pam and her ministry, and I invite you to continue praying for her.